All right, fellas, we're talking once again body game. The amount of hate that you're gonna get from guys is insane. All right, y'all need to be ready for that shit because it's gonna be insane. The amount of hate you'll get from women, it's not that bad. It's not that crazy compared to guys. Guys will try to downplay you over and over and over again. Listen, I don't only get it in my comment sections. I get it on Instagram DMs, TikTok lives. They're always crazy. I go live every day. Y'all can see the link in the description for TikToks, but every single day I get at least 100 trolls or 100 people who are like hating on me just because I put the cookies down. It's really not like when you put the cookies down and you're consistent in the gym, everyone's gonna be jealous of you. They're gonna be like, oh, it's genetics. Oh, your pictures are AI. Oh, that video's AI too. You did video shop. It's like, what the fuck? Like, you can't do, I don't even know how to do video shop. And they'll be like, oh, you don't really look like that. I'm like, bro, it's a side effect of being consistent. They'll be like, oh, you can't look like that without steroids. Bro, go to any, I always say this, go to any high school football locker room. 50% of people in the locker room, any high school football team, have better physiques than me. People will blame genetics, or they'll be like, well, you look good, but you can't beat up John Jones. Neither can you, and you look like shit. So why does that even matter? And I just started some Muay Thai training anyways. But anyways, that's besides the topic. Men are just going to try to downplay your success over and over in different ways and be like, oh, well, if I had time like you, all those things just to project onto you because they're very insecure in themselves. When in reality, although, you know, they're hating on you, they're the ones that are out of shape. They're the ones that can't confide in themselves. They're the ones that when they look in the mirror, they feel ashamed. They're the ones that's in sexless marriages. Women aren't attracted to them. They feel sluggish all the time. They're on high blood pressure medication. That's the reality of it. So I do understand where the hate comes from, because when you see someone that has everything that you want, as far as like, you know, physique wise, and body game is bigger than that. It's really controlling your urges. It's having discipline. It's having control over yourself. It's mastering yourself. It's not just getting a good physique. It's not just taking steroids and getting a good physique. That's what people think it is. It's mastering yourself to the point that you have control over food. Food doesn't have control over you. Those who don't practice body game, food has control over them, and they get frustrated that they're drinking beer and they can't stop, that they're eating pizza and they can't stop, and they project it onto you. I see literally so many just bullshit, like people sending me stuff like, oh, you're on gear, you're on this, you're on that, and it's just, at the end of the day, it's like, if you just put the work in, if you just stay consistent, you would get the results too, right? It's not that fucking deep. Go to the gym 4 to 5 times a week. Stop eating shit. Boom, you have results. It's literally that simple. But instead, they just project onto other people, and they really, really hate. And you guys got to remember this, because like I said, when you're on your journey and you're getting closer, be aware of it. Hate is going to come from below. It's going to come as little jabs like, oh, you look at you, what are you going to work? Your aesthetic physique? Oh, you're going to get lean today? Or you're working your abs? Shit like that, right? And they always say that shit, and it's like, the reason they say that is like, or they'll say, oh, you're scared of bulk because you don't want to lose your abs. When you lean bulk, you're not going to lose your abs completely. But no, I'm not scared of bulk. But they just say shit like that because they're way past the bulk, right? They're just eating like shit and they're calling it a bulk. Their stomach's huge as fuck. They're eating pizza. That's not a bulk. That's literally just being an unhealthy human being, right? And like I said, a lot of times people are like, oh, you can't beat up John Jones. Bro, if I can beat up John Jones, why the fuck would I be making YouTube videos, bro? I would be in the UFC ring. I would be the #1 fighter on earth. You can't beat up John Jones, but you also can't see your dick when you look down. So, hey, it is what it is. But at the same time, like I said, it's weird to me that all this hate and all this projection comes from literally, if you think about the concept is they literally can't stay consistent, and they literally just can't put the cookies down. They can't put the pizza and the cookies down. That's what it boils down to. Food has control over them. That's literally what it boils down to. A lot of people be like, oh, well, it's not healthy to be below 20% body fat year round. Yes, the fuck it is, bro. Now, when you get to the 15 range, 15 to 18 is, you know, a pretty healthy range. But most people, the average man is 28 plus. So that's where the hate is coming from. Now, people generally underestimate how much body fat they have. They're like, yeah, I'm 10%, but I can't see my abs. They're like 30%, all right? But the average man is 28%. And look, if you're 28% body fat, obviously you're going to have titties, because above 20 you're going to have titties, but also, you know, a lot of women aren't going to pay you attention, so that's going to be frustrating. And if you do have a girlfriend, you go out with her, she's always going to be looking at the leaner dude, right? These are all the places that stems from, right? Where the hate stems from and the jealousy stems from, like, oh, well, if I cared about my physique, I would look like you too. Then why the fuck don't you? Oh, if I went on a cut, I would get lean too. Then why are you fat as fuck, 40% body fat? If it's that easy, why is everyone out of shape? Why are you out of shape? Why is everyone around you out of shape? Oh, because I just don't want to put no, you don't have the discipline. Don't downplay that shit, all right? Because it is a big deal. People try to downplay that shit like it's not a big deal. It's a fucking big deal, bro. It is what it is. Like, a lot of the reasons people struggle in any aspect of life, if anyone asks me anything about either Instagram or dating, off rip, I know those are superficial and you guys are like, oh my God, it's superficial, it's vain. We live in a vain society. I don't care. But if you ask about those things and you simultaneously don't take care of your physique, That's not going to work, right? If you literally want to build your personal brand, your Instagram, literally, listen, you could book a call, but if you want to build your personal brand and your Instagram, you have to be in shape. You just have to, right? You just have to be in shape, because when you're wearing like this, or you're wearing a white shirt, you're wearing a button-down shirt, the V taper is going to show. Versus if you're 40% body fat and you have titties in the stomach, your titties are going to be sitting on your stomach, and that'll show. And people will be like, I don't trust that guy. And they see a lean guy, nice teeth, nice haircut. They'll be like, I trust that guy for some reason. Your appearance matters. It just is what it is. Another thing is with dating in general, if your appearance is good, you're going to get so many choosing signals. I already made a video about that in person, but also on dating apps, boom, you just win. You literally just win. It's really not that deep. You're in shape, you have a clean cut, boom, you just win on dating apps. There's just not a lot. There's just not a lot of, oh, Chads and Tyrones. I know a lot of people say, oh, it's Chad and Tyrone. Yeah, there's some dudes that since they were like 13, they've just been lean and they've just been in shape. They played sports and they kept up with it. But that still takes discipline. But then there's, people who have isekai transformations like me, cooked till I was 20, virgin till I was like 20. And then, started to pick up and really self-improve myself and took it seriously. A lot of you guys don't take that self-improvement shit seriously. And that's why your results aren't serious. Like, you're not going to get results unless you take it serious. You have to take it to heart, right? You have to show up every single fucking day. Like, I always say this. If you want to build 40 to 50 pounds of muscle, get 3 years of lean bulking under you. Whether that takes 5 years of cutting and bulking, get 3 years of lean bulking under you. You're going to gain 40 to 50 pounds of muscle. You're going to look completely different. That's why I look completely different. And people are like, that's not you. Like, this chick yesterday was like, is this really you? Like, what the fuck? That's not you. Literally completely different person, right? Literally completely different, feel different, talk different, act different, have more confidence, right? And I'm not saying, the only reason I address body game in general is because it's something everyone can do. If I was talking about making $1 billion off of like crypto, how many people could do that shit? It's pretty, I don't know, it's pretty impossible. Like, a lot of people don't do that. It's a smaller percentage. Body game, you have complete control over what you consume and what you do for working out, how consistent you are. You have complete control over your body fat. You don't have control over your muscle insertions, all that other stuff, but you have complete control over your body fat. That's the only reason I talk about it. This is something that you deal with every day. This is something that you're actively doing every day. Now, we all have fitness goals. We all have a goal physique that we want. When you play an RPG game, you pick a lean person because you want to be that lean person. However, over time, as you lose confidence in yourself because you keep lying to yourself and you keep not following through with your commitments, what ends up happening is you start to lie to yourself and be like, yeah, I don't really want that physique. It's vain anyways. No, you do want that physique, because every time you play an RPG game, boom, what are you doing? You're making a lean person. You're not making a fat fuck, right? That's number one. Number two, when you go to the gym, you're always looking at the lean people like, damn, I want to look like them. Number three, you look on social media and you comment, he's on steroids to everybody, because you're projecting your frustration with yourself. All right. So you definitely still want that physique. Everyone does. And on a daily basis, you're going towards or away from it. Like, you can't, like, body game is something you work on every single day. You're going away from it or you're going towards it every single day, because you have to eat every day. Everyone eats every day, right? Everyone eats every day. Controlling what you eat is how you're going to get closer to your goal. Not controlling what you eat is how you're going to get further away from it. So every single day, you don't have structure. You're getting further away from your goal. You're getting frustrated with yourself. You're pissing off yourself and you're projecting that onto everybody. It just is what it is. Like, majority of sexless relationships, sexless marriages, it really just comes from, you losing a lot of your ambition, but then you also getting way more sloppy. Like, you're 10 to 15% body fat when you got into the relationship, and you had energy, you had swag, you were doing everything you needed to do, and then you just kind of let everything weigh on you, and you gained 40 pounds of literally belly fat. You have a big beer belly. You focus on, Sundays, because that's when you get to see your Cowboys lose. Sorry, but everyone's a Cowboys fan and all they do is lose. Anyone who has a man cave, I've only seen Cowboys man caves. But anyways, like, that's what you look forward to. You look forward to that. Or, that's the highlight of your day. Like, oh my God, is Zeke going to score today? That's the highlight of your day. You're not really focused on the real world, because what's going on in the real world, you're not enjoying it. So that's why you project onto others, because you're like, dang, he has body game. He might be enjoying it. You know what I mean? So, for example, we all play RPG games. You know that you level up, right? You all see isekai, you all see coming of age animes like Naruto, where the main character gets stronger and stronger and stronger from putting in work. Yet you don't apply that to your own life. You just don't. You let yourself regress, you let yourself go. You go on autopilot, you get fatter, you get slower, you get sluggish, you're on blood pressure medication, cholesterol medication, you just let yourself slide, right? So when you see someone who's leaner, they're getting the benefits of being leaner and being healthy, and they're always positive and have energy. So it kind of just brings out that hate in you. Because when I was skinny as hell, I was one of those haters. I was commenting, you're on steroids, no way, to people. I was one of those people. That's the only reason I know this shit, right? Like, I was on the other side. I'm one of the only people that I know that was on the other side. Most people, even my homeboys, they've always been lean and they've always been in shape. So they don't even know the other side. I've been on the other side, bro. Skinny as hell, lame as hell. Thought that I couldn't build any muscle, but I just didn't put the work in. Once I put the work in and I stayed consistent, the shit just fucking happens. You just put on muscle. Like, obviously 1 pound, 2 pounds of muscle a month your first year doesn't sound very exciting, but that shit adds up. After 3 years, boom, 40 pounds of muscle. Boom. Very simple, right? So I've been on both sides. I understand it, man. But I'll tell you this right now. When you start to experience the benefits of BodyGame, like me, for this past year, I haven't really even been dating like that, but just getting the benefits of BodyGame, and people respect me more, people approaching me, people asking, hey man, can you train me like in person? And just getting starting all these different conversations, all these conversations getting started just because of that. Because in reality, we try to downplay our own success because we get so much hate from people around us and people who can't reach that goal, which is majority of people. Because when you're lean, you're in the minority. So majority of people will downplay. So then you'll end up listening to their thoughts, making them your own, and downplaying it as well, which is horrible. Because in reality, you're that nigga, but for real, you just are. Like, you walk in a place, you're like, nah, they're not. Yes, they're looking at you, bro. They're looking at you. I'm not the leanest you're the leanest in the gym, bro. You just are. Man, I shouldn't be vain. Like, no, you're not being vain. You're just being factual. Like, if your body fat percentage is 13%, you know, and everyone else in the gym is 30%, that makes you the leanest in the gym. I'm not saying that's a bad thing that they're 30%. They could be at their starting point. Everyone is at their starting point. But I'm just saying you are the leanest in the gym. So, you know, if they need advice, they'll go to you. I'm not saying that, oh, act cool or something. Like, no. I'm just saying, you know, if they need advice, they'll go to you and they'll look to you for advice because they see that you've worked on yourself. And it is a sign of respect. If BodyGame was so easy, like all the haters make it seem, why the hell do they not have profile pictures? Why the hell are they all fat as hell? And why the hell are they 40% body fat? That doesn't make any sense. If BodyGame's so easy, why aren't they 10% body fat? Well, fine, I'll do 75 hard. You're not losing 30% body fat in 75 days. It's not happening unless you get liposuction twice. So it's not happening. But yeah, guys, like, you need to be ready. If you're starting this BodyGame shit, be ready for the hate, man. It's coming. It's not coming from the ladies. It's coming from the fellas. They'll be like, man, you ain't even look that good. Stop playing, bro. You ain't even look that good, man. You ain't even get bitches. They'll say shit like that all the fucking time, bro. I say that shit all the time. People try to downplay my shit all the fucking time. And people try to take different slights. So here's January 1st is coming up. Here's one slight that's going to happen. I already know, at least from 10 people, they're going to be like, hey man, like your physique is cool, bro. I see you got that transformation you've been lifting for years. I'm going to get them results in 4 months, bro. I'm locked in, bro. I'm going to do keto. I'm going to get them 4 months. They're 50% body fat. They get down to 40, they quit. Every single year. It happens every single year because they don't understand. It takes a strong mentality. It takes a strong mindset to reach and maintain your goals. It just does. It does. And like I said, you're going to get the benefits. Like, I always, like, young dudes always ask about, oh, chicks. It's not even something you think about when you're on BodyGame because you already know, like, it's just genuine desire is going to be there because of how you look. Like, you see the biceps popping, bro. Like, I've had random chicks, Houston, LA. Like, I'm just in stores and I'm just, you know, grabbing something and they just grab onto my bicep. Now, you could call that SA. But I mean, it is what it is. Like, literally, they just grab onto my bicep. They're like, "Oh my God, what do you do for a living?" Blah blah blah, and stuff like that. Like, literally, conversation starting, and that doesn't happen when you're out of shape. When you're out of shape, you're not seen. But at the same time, you're also not mastering yourself. So it's like, it's a double whammy. You're not mastering yourself. You don't have confidence in yourself because you can't confide in yourself. You can't trust yourself. But at the same time, you're not getting respect from others because they know that you don't prioritize yourself. So that's why self-prioritization is important, but that's what BodyGame represents, all right? Your physique is a manifestation of your habits and your mindset. It is not just some vain shit that you inject some random shit and you get this physique, or you just wake up with the physique. No. Best believe if you're inactive and you're eating like shit, you're not just gonna be lean. Now, people who are lean, who eat like shit, they move a lot. They're like 20,000 steps a day and they're maintaining. Simple. So it's like, people know it takes work and it takes dedication. Like, even chicks, they'll be like, what do you, like, ever since I got, like, in shape, anytime a chick's talking to me, she's like, what do you eat? What do you do here? Oh, I didn't want to like go to that restaurant because I wasn't sure if you like ate it. Like, I found healthier restaurants for you. And just, they know that you're self-conscious. I mean, you're health conscious. They really know that you're health conscious. Another one, speaking of self-conscious, that people will say is like I was on live the other day and I was just saying, yeah, man, you just got to lock in and get results. Once you get lean, you'll be in the top 10% at least. But, you know, it'll make you feel better. You have more energy. You'll get off someone who's on blood pressure medication. You'll get off your blood pressure medications, things like that. I was just saying that. And people were like, oh, wow, you're being so vain. You're self-absorbed. But you must be self-conscious. And I'm like, What are you talking about, bro? Oh, you did this or that, and then you go to their page, no profile picture, but you scroll up and it's a fat motherfucker, bro. It's a fat dude that hates himself. All right. So when people hate themselves, they're gonna project hate. The good thing about BodyGame is, bro, when you're on BodyGame, bro, you're spreading love, but you're just in a good mood, and people can feel that shit. Like when you're in a good mood and you're just vibing and chilling, you're like, yeah. And I did everything I needed to do. I trust myself. I got confidence. I'm doing this. I'm doing that. I'm making this move. I'm progressing here. I'm starting this. I'm starting that. Like you have good energy versus like when you're out of shape. Like every time I see people who are, like mad or some shit, oh, some out of shape dude with the big stomach, he's always like, yeah, I know, I'm at the airport right now, and they didn't fucking do what I told them to. They're always in a bad mood, right? They're always in a bad mood. It's hard to be in a bad mood when you're constantly getting choosing signals. You have energy, you're sleeping better, your physique is on point, you're aesthetic. You see what I'm saying? You're accomplishing your goals. It's hard to be in a bad mood. So BodyGame's deeper than just the physique. And listen, do not let those haters and the jealousy get to you, because it's gonna be crazy. It's gonna be crazy. Like the hate and the jealousy is gonna be insane, bro. It's gonna be insane. Like another problem is when you walk to the gym, when you walk to the store, when you walk anywhere, like if a girl's walking with her boyfriend, she's always gonna look at you, bro, and it's gonna bother him because he might be out of shape. But yeah, that's it, man. Stay locked in, man.